4 years ago, I found myself in a very similar position as I am today, closing a chapter of my life and beginning all over again. This time it's different. I'm not leaving high school and going to college for 4 years. I'm starting my real life out in the world. Wherever that might bring me, I can't say. What I can say is that through 4 years at Lasell, I have found myself and lost myself at times. Lasell taught me how to go about writing my life story. There will always be pages in your book that are blank because you don't know what you want, but that's okay. There will be pages with smudges and pages you just want to tear out completely. The best thing Lasell has shown me is that no matter what, do not tear out those pages. Mistakes are a gift in life. Without mistakes, you would never be able to better yourself. But there's a secret. No matter what happens, you need to be able to look at the bright side of everything. If you cannot see the bright side right away, it's okay. Because someday, you will find yourself looking back, and you will understand why. Lasell is an amazing place. I cannot imagine my life without the people and relationships I have made here. My experiences here are different than most and range greatly. My life started here 4 years ago as a scared freshman in McClelland, too afraid to get involved because I didn't know if I could handle college work. My spring semester that year, I took my first leap into extracurriculars and found rugby. Rugby introduced me to my best friends, and the upperclassmen took me right in and pushed me to do great things. For the first time, it wasn't weird to be friends with people who were seniors when you were a freshman, and I felt like I found my family. After 4 years, I can honestly say that this team deserves more credit than they get. Every year, we fight for any field time we can possibly get, even if that means 7 a.m. practices. Every weekend, we take the field and know that whatever happens out there, we are out there together as brothers. We also know that whatever happens out there, we are on our own afterwards to fight through the concussions, broken bones, and torn ligaments. We aren't even allowed to see an athletic trainer on campus because of NCAA regulations making us a liability. Every year, we are the only men's team who participates in Relay for Life, and one of the few teams who stay for the full 12 hours. As a team, we attend the Lasell Village Prom and dance our asses off, hoping to put at least one smile on a resident's face. We have had more orientation leaders, resident assistants, alternative spring break members and leaders, and SGA members on our team than any other team in this school. As a band of brothers, we roll with the punches this school constantly throws at us and persevere. Everything I have done at this school has been linked together indefinitely. I will never forget the relief and thankfulness I saw in a man's face when we painted his entire house that was destroyed by Hurricane Katrina. I will never forget a team of 20 students picking up the framework of a roof in North Carolina and raising a house from the ground. I will never forget the genuine laughs we shared on alternative spring breaks that were so hard it actually physically hurt. I will never forget losing my RA position for underage drinking, my orientation leader position with 2 days left in my contract, and almost losing myself. I will never forget the bridges I burned, and I will never forget the professors and friends at Lasell who pushed me so hard when I really needed to push, because without them, I would have a lot of regrets, missed chances, and would not have been able to bounce back after an awful junior year. I am so thankful for my time here at Lasell, the good and the bad, because now I know exactly who I am, and I love myself. Thank you.